Summer is here and things are heating up on the Deliver More show. Welcome to the June edition of the show. I am joined today by marketing guru Francesca Vavala. How you doing, Francesca?
I'm doing great. Great, Nick.
Great?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fantastic. It's a beautiful June day.
Absolutely, yes. I forgot to mention, Deliver More is, of course, brought to you by the team at Fluorogistx. Flora, what now?
It's different. It's Fluorogistx.
It's different now. Brought to you by the team at Fluorogistx. So I think we start there. Let's address the industrial-sized elephant in the room. What the hell happened? How did this come about?
Yeah, it was a big change. So in December, and I hope everybody knows this by now, but in December, Fluorogistx decided to acquire Intech Services. And so, motions were made, and basically at the end of April, that sale was complete. And in that sale, all the salespeople went to the Fluorogistx team because they're going to continue selling the same great products, have the same great support, have the same great service that they're used to at Intech Services, just under a different name. However, the marketing team was not a part of the Fluorogistx acquisition, which is not a problem for us because we decided to break apart and start a new company called Intech MKT. And it is solely focused on marketing for the industrial manufacturing world.
All right, Intech MKT. So this is a big reveal here. I'm going to touch upon your past with some Shakespeare reference here. Now, what's in a name? Why carry on with a name like Intech?
Yes, even though a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet, we wanted to keep that Intech name because it means a lot to us. There's so much history behind it. It has the core values that we still hold dear. It has the excellence of service that we want to continue. It has such a great reputation in this industrial manufacturing space, and it just felt like that story's not over yet.
Yeah.
So we get to take that name and do right by carrying it forward and continuing to serve the industrial manufacturing world in a new way, just as this marketing team that can bring new life to sales and new growth to businesses. So we really wanted to make sure Intech's story continued to be told to businesses like Intech Services.
So let's get some clarity there as far as what do we mean by companies like Intech Services? Who are we really serving?
Yeah, that's a good question because Intech Services, as everybody knows, was the provider of Teflon industrial coatings. And we're not just here as a marketing company for just coatings companies or just distributors. We are here for businesses in the industrial manufacturing space. So that means that we have a very niche kind of focus to our marketing. And we want to make sure that we have people that are growth oriented in their business because that's what marketing's about, is growing that business. And we also need people that understand the value and the need for outbound marketing, because that's what we create, are those outbound marketing pieces. And so if we have those elements, then that's the kind of business that we really want to work with, those growth-minded industrial manufacturing, outbound marketing kind of businesms.
Yeah, businesses are just going to, level up.
Yeah,
right? Grow.
Yeah, absolutely. And that means that can be anything from nothing to something, or from what they have, which is like something, to everything.
Yeah. So, all right, this is an interesting conversation for a lot of people because I think marketing in the industrial space is a little bit different than in other industries.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, based on your experience, what does it take for marketing to work here? What does good marketing need to do, in other words?
Good marketing in industrial manufacturing comes from a company that can first and foremost speak the language of the industry. And I'm not pretending to be an actual manufacturer, an engineer, a coder. I'm none of those things. However, my almost 10 years of experience working with all of those people, the specifiers, engineers, end users, coders, gives me a lot of exposure to this vocabulary, this lexicon, and the unique needs that they have. That's really important because marketing agencies that don't have that speak in a marketing language, which tends to be broad and generic. And really, if you look at the marketing copy, you could probably lift out your company's name and put any other company in there and it wouldn't change much.
Yeah.
So speaking the language of the industry is really important because of who you're trying to reach in the industry.
Huge. We've had the meeting in person or Zoom. We can do that too. Papers have been signed. Intech MKT is now working for me.
Wow. That's lucky you.
No, I'm very excited. But I'm not very good in meetings, so I don't know what that involves. Do you guys do one thing well, or do you cover the waterfront, as Billie Holiday would say?
It's a great question because marketing means a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I would say that we definitely have the usual suspects of marketing. We have the e-marketing campaigns, we have the social media, we have the blogs, we have the website to design, the copy editing, the copywriting, all of that.
Sure, everybody has those.
Yeah, it's kind of true though. If you go onto a lot of marketing websites, they say the same things. So how do you actually judge which one is good?
Yeah.
And I would say what we do differently is that we focus on how to use those tools to connect with the people that you want to connect with.
There it is.
A lot of times it's about sending a message that is segmented for a specific customer base. It's about knowing what you want those people, those prospects to do when they are interacting with your marketing. So when you have social media, you don't want to have a button that's like call to make an appointment today, because who has ever made an appointment from a social media post? That's not the next logical action.
Very good.
So we are about walking people through those steps to make those connections at the right times in meaningful ways when they're ready to make those connections. That's what we do really well. And we use most of the marketing tools to do those. And frankly, if there's anything that we don't do, things like, I want to say there's a lot of like SEO kind of back-end SEO and ads for Googles and things like that that are not in our wheelhouse. And we'll gladly tell you that because there's no reason to say we do something well and then do it poorly. That doesn't help anybody. So we connect, we use the tools of marketing to connect.
All right, well, speaking of connections, if people want to connect, where do they find you?
Absolutely. Everyone can go visit our website right now, which is intechmkt.com. And you can check us out there, the services that you mentioned and what we do, our portfolio and who we work with. You can also follow us on social. So you can follow us on Instagram and on LinkedIn. Those are our two platforms that we like to put ourselves out on. And if you want to reach out to us and maybe schedule that call because you saw this video and you just have to get in touch, you can email us at hello@intechmkt.com.
hello@intechmkt.com. Francesca, this is a really exciting announcement.
I think so.
Thanks for doing it here on Deliver More.
Thank you, Nick. I'm excited to do this. You know, he's part of our team, and so is the guy behind the camera, Frankie Frank. So we've got the same great people that we've always had. And if you've liked our Intech Services marketing, make it yours too.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing I think about this is that there is very much the team came over. You know, and like you said, I like one thing you mentioned earlier that the Intech story didn't seem like it was over, and we really did enjoy interacting with a lot of people that we dealt with through Intech. So this is just a great way to keep that going and see what else we can do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to learn about their businesses and to see what they're doing and to see how things can change from something they take for granted because they do it every day. We're like, that's actually fascinating. Let's dig into that. And they're like, oh, okay. We love it. We all learn.
All right. Well, look, this has been great. Francesca, thank you so much. Thanks to our producer extraordinaire, Frank. This has been really, really fun introducing Intech MKT to everybody here on the Deliver More show. Guys, get out there, enjoy your summer, be kind, be cool, maybe pay the toll for that car and back here. Nah, that's all right. Don't do it. All right, guys, we'll see you next time on the Deliver More show from Delaware. Bye-bye.